So I think there are two extremely important considerations in education related to orientation that are being paid more attention to and deserve to be paid attention to. And they are, one, on behalf of the educators who are serving in those roles, they deserve to be allowed to be who they are. Mm-hmm. And secondly, it is so important for that student population to have experience
mm-hmm.
with people who, in a very healthy way, have understandings about themselves and a capacity to accept themselves and to model positive self-awareness and self-acceptance.
You could teach this class pretty much, Kent. You've touched on a lot of things that we talked about in this class, especially the experience, because that's like the one way to fight, closed-mindedness.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was one of our main things, is experience.
It's considerable, and existing in the closet for the years that I did, I wasn't aware that there were other people. I thought it was a condition unique to myself. And in that uniqueness, and the uniqueness of me, which simply could be referenced as individuality,
mm-hmm.
in the uniqueness of me, I presumed I was the only one. And what I am finding now that I am out and that I am participating in the community as an openly gay man, and I'm meeting other people who have had similar journeys, is that there was such a sense of isolation, such a sense of separateness. And to finally be in a life experience where I recognize that, yes, I'm unique. We all are unique. Every child that we encounter as teachers deserve for that radical acceptance, that radical sense of urgency for them to be who they are, for that to be modeled, for that to be embraced, for it to be allowed. It is happening, and it's happening for me, and I'm recognizing it's happened for other people. I've met just a host of people who are fathers like me, who left partners like I did, who we've parted ways in a very positive way, in a very in a way that's exemplary of compassion and respect for individuality. And it's just utterly fascinating for me to be the age that I am, and to realize all the possibilities that are there for creation of new relationships, of the evolution of relationships from the past that are more accepting and allowing.
How old are you again? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry?
How old are you again? I'm sorry.
How old? Do you really want the truth? 66.
Roughly? Okay.
66.
Sorry.
Yeah, 66.
I guess that would help for the coming out later in life
That's true.
this.
That's right. Actually, I'm 36. No, I'm 66. And I'm proud of it. I'm glad to finally be me. And it's really taken the last 10 years to exit that closet. And as I say that, I'm thinking back to my comment earlier about it has it's taken such conscious attention to step out of the closet.
Mm-hmm.
My entrance into the closet was certainly not as conscious. It just happened. And yet what I recognize right now is that in some respects it took life experiences of the first 10 to 15 years of my life. It required life experiences to teach me, presumably, that's how I had to live in some other way than how I am. So maybe it did take us long to enter as it did to come out. I don't know.
Well, it did take a while to get in there. You talked psychiatrists and stuff when you were younger. Did you ever do reparative therapy at all? Especially through the church. Is that ever an option? Or not an option,
Well,
I guess.
it was very definitely a consideration.
Was it?
However, I was so closeted that I couldn't even admit to a therapist. You know, I'd work with a mental health person, and
Mm-hmm.
I would talk around the symptoms of my life, never even feeling permission to admit to a therapist or a therapeutic type of intervention process that this part of my story was really the nugget that needed to be looked at. And I kept thinking if I worked on all those other pieces, this piece could be avoided. And in my last years before coming out, I did a lot of meditation intervention,
Mm-hmm.
formal meditation experiences where I'd sit in silence for 8 days. And always at the basis of that silence was this inconvenient truth about Kent that I thought surely will go away.
Mm-hmm.
It will go away. And it doesn't. It doesn't go away.
It's more than 8 days.
Yeah. All total, I spent 64 days
Wow.
in structured silence, in 8 different settings, 8 different 8-day settings, and always when I would come out of that experience looking at, so what is that final stone that needs to be removed from this life experience that would allow me to be me?
Mm-hmm.
That stone was always the gay one, and I didn't want to tell people about it. And there was really one friend that I had over these last 5 years that I could say, I think maybe this is me. and there was acceptance, there was encouragement, and there was invitation to keep looking and exploring the possibility of finally stepping into being me.